30 Most Interesting Ideas of John Piper. John Piper teaches the idea of Christian hedonism, which argues that people glorify God most when they find their deepest joy in Him. Piper emphasizes that pleasure and worship are connected rather than opposed. He argues that many people settle for temporary pleasures instead of eternal joy. Piper frequently teaches that suffering can deepen faith rather than destroy it. He believes God's sovereignty extends over every detail of life, including pain and hardship. Piper argues that human pride is one of the greatest barriers to spiritual growth. He often teaches that true worship involves the heart, not merely outward rituals. Piper emphasizes that earthly success can distract people from eternal priorities. He argues that Christians should pursue radical generosity rather than material accumulation. Piper frequently teaches that fear of man traps people into living inauthentically. He believes many people misunderstand love by separating it from truth. Piper often emphasizes that joy is not optional in the Christian life but essential. He argues that gratitude transforms how people experience suffering in ordinary life. Piper teaches that the Bible should be approached as spiritually life-changing rather than merely informational. He frequently warns against cultural Christianity that lacks genuine conviction. Piper argues that lasting satisfaction cannot be found in money, fame, or achievement alone. He often teaches that prayer is an expression of dependence rather than religious performance. Piper emphasizes that God can use weakness and failure for greater purposes. He argues that humility grows when people recognize their dependence on grace. Piper frequently teaches that eternity changes how people should evaluate present struggles. He believes suffering can expose hidden idols and misplaced priorities. Piper often emphasizes that love sometimes requires difficult honesty rather than constant approval. He teaches that spiritual transformation happens through renewed thinking and meditation on Scripture. Piper argues that modern entertainment culture can dull spiritual seriousness. He frequently challenges believers to live courageously rather than comfortably. Piper emphasizes that worship involves daily life choices, not only church services. He teaches that hope in God creates resilience during uncertainty and loss. Piper often argues that obedience without affection becomes lifeless legalism. He believes missions and evangelism are driven by delight in God, not merely duty. One of Piper's core ideas is that pursuing ultimate joy in God leads to deeper meaning than pursuing temporary worldly satisfaction.